Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, September 26th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Is anyone else exhausted? Man, what a jam-packed weekend between the Kunta Kinte Festival, the West Annapolis Oktoberfest, and the Maryland Seafood Festival. This town was hopping for sure. All right, we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? The Arundel County Police are investigating the county's 12th homicide of the year, just 2 days after the 11th. At about 2:15 a.m. on Sunday morning, they were called at the 1500 block of Annapolis Road in Odenton for a shooting. On arrival, they found one man deceased at the scene and another one with critical injuries. The injured man was flown to shock trauma. The police have not released any more information on this other than to say it was a targeted incident and there is no ongoing threat to the community. We do expect to get more information a bit later on this today, so you want to make sure you check out eyeonannapolis.net for that. Late last week, 3 guests were leaving their hotel room at the Comfort Inn on B&A Boulevard in Linthicum when they were ambushed by a black male wearing dark clothing and armed with a black handgun. He forced them back into the room, pistol whipped one of the victims, robbed them, and fled on foot. Police have not made any arrests and are asking if anybody knows anything or may have seen something to contact them at 410-222-6135. On Thursday morning, police responded to a suspicious subject call in Crofton. As they were investigating, a victim approached advising that they had just been carjacked at gunpoint. The carjacking took place nearby at Charing Cross and Soho Court. The suspect fled the area and the victim's 2016 Toyota Corolla. A Maryland state trooper spotted the car on Crane Highway and attempted to stop it, but the car fled. It was ultimately located a short time later on SB Court in Crofton, and the 19-year-old man from Crofton was located as well. He was identified and taken into custody and charged. I'm not sure how much damage was done yet, but there was a 2-alarm fire yesterday at Beefalo Bobs in the Curtis Bay area of Pasadena. The fire broke out yesterday at about noon, and crews from Baltimore were called in to assist Anne Arundel County Fire Department. I do expect to have some more information on this a bit later, so you may want to check back with eyeonannapolis.net for this one as well. Boy, Navy needed that win on Saturday. They traveled to East Carolina, a 17-point underdog, and ended up coming out on top in a nail-biter that went down to not 1, but 2 overtime periods. Navy now sits at 1-2 and will head to Colorado next week to take on Air Force, another critical game as it is a key win for the Commander-in-Chief's trophy. The midshipmen are back home again on the 8th when they take on Tulsa, and I'll tell you, as I look at the schedule, Navy really has a rough few weeks ahead of them. The final score of Saturday's game was 23-20. I do hope you caught the local business spotlight on Saturday. John Wojcik, who just wrote a book and started a company with the same name, Mission Next. Up next Saturday, one I really enjoyed, actually, and not so much of a spotlight, but a great conversation with Jefferson, or Jeff, Holland. And you want to stay tuned because I do have a bonus pod, maybe today or tomorrow, with a different take on the boat shows. All right, that is a wrap. Thank you, first and foremost, and also a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services, Scout and Molly's, and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long-End Foster Company. And now, Alsina from CovingtonAlsina is here with your Monday Money Report. And of course, we have George Young from DC MDVA Weather here with your locally forecast weather. All that coming up in just a bit.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMD VA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMD VA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMD VA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, September 26th. It was a pretty nice weekend on the whole for the Annapolis region, despite a few showers and storms yesterday afternoon. But it will be sunny all week with a chance for some additional rain over the weekend. Look for sunshine and breezy winds today with highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s, followed by more sun Tuesday with highs 72 to 77 degrees with cooler temps then Wednesday through Friday, with sunshine each day and highs 65 to 72. As for the weekend, temps will likely be around 70 degrees for highs each day, but we could see some rain move into the area from the south from what will become Hurricane Ian, which could strike somewhere along the west coast or panhandle of Florida later this week. Stay tuned for more on that as the week progresses, but plan for a sunny and dry week ahead for Arundel County. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMD VA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DCMD VA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get, how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. The markets dropped last week as the Federal Reserve increased interest rates by another 0.75%. While this was largely expected, given the higher than expected inflation numbers that were reported last week, stocks declined. We're down just over 20% year to date, back into bear territory, a decline of 20% or more, but still ahead of June lows. Remember that if you are still working, you are buying on sale. Ignore the sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach and stick to your plan. Given the crunch caused by rising prices, many buy now, pay later services may seem appealing. With all of these, it's important to read the fine print. Klarna is a fairly new option, offering services for both in-person and online purchases. There are some good things about the service. You can pay in 4 payments with no interest, a quarter down, then 3 additional payments. Earn rewards for using it, and the app will even track prices for you on items that you have saved. Beyond the traditional 4 payments with no interest, you can establish payment terms of up to 36 months. You can also have virtual credit card numbers, which can reduce your risk of fraud and allow purchases without a credit card. The bad side is that late payments are reported to the credit bureaus and will affect your credit score, while on-time payments are not reported and do not help you build credit. If you have a late payment, there's a fee of $7 for the 4 payment plans, and $35 for the longer-term plans. The interest rate on the longer-term plans is 19.99%, more than most credit cards. The ugly? Klarna's terms of service show that you are giving them access to your email account. Their auto-connect service scans your email multiple times a day and looks not just for Klarna-related emails, but other things as well, including health, religion, and other personal information. Your best bet is to stick to your budget. If you can't afford to pay for it now, wait until you can. Typically, when something on the internet is free, it means you and your data are the product. Your action item this week is for parents of high school seniors and college students. The FAFSA, or Free Application for Federal Student Aid, opens October 1st. Gather your needed information now and be ready to tackle this over the weekend. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. All performance references historical is no guarantee future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only, are not to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making your decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
Ready for a new look for those end-of-summer parties? Come see us at Scout and Molly's. I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate this great little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center. After spending the last 2 years shopping online, come enjoy a fun, in-person shopping experience with a bonus, real customer service. We'd love to help you pick out the perfect outfit for back-to-school Annapolis boat shows and nights out with your friends. Scout and Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thanks for shopping local.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.